Hello walkers, and welcome back to Venice, Italy. My name is Henry. I will be your proxy walker today, your virtual co-discoverer, co-explorer. I used to say travel guide. I'm trying to get away from that because it implies I know what I'm doing. Look at that beautiful wooden boat. I'm sorry, another one. I've been Google-eyed over the water taxis here. I love wooden boats, and the gondolas are nice, but these beautiful motor taxis are just gorgeous. 70 degrees here, 21 degrees Celsius in Venice, about 4:45 in the early evening, late afternoon. Mid-October now, I'm gonna say. These guys know how to drive boats. This guy is just coming up in reverse. Right on down, avoiding all these boats so far. We are starting, sorry to be doing a little swirl here. Love this flying bridge over the canal here. It's modern, not what you would think of for Venice, but it's just gorgeous and functional. Over here to the right, that beyond the pink peach building, the low gray building, is Stazione Santa Lucia, I guess. I'm gonna make a lot of pronunciation mistakes, so correct me in the comments section gently, and I appreciate your patience. Just did a walk and fortified myself with a cold beer, so I'm ready to do another. Thank you to our Patreon supporters helping make these walks possible. I really do appreciate it. And I also appreciate everyone who spreads the word about city walks to your friends, your gym mates, your treadmill workout buddies. That anything and everything you can do on that account does help, and I appreciate it. Love hearing your comments as well. If you haven't checked out citywalksvirtualtours.com, that's the website for this channel. And I've been uploading the library of walks, one a day, until I get caught up. And I think we got a couple hundred on there now. They're sorted out by location and by walk length, so it makes it a little bit easier to find them. You can also, of course, search by keyword. So check those out and let me know what you think about the website as well. That's pretty much it. I was thinking earlier, this is my fourth walk here in Venice that I've filmed. Oh man, we've covered some miles though. And I've talked a lot about the crowds and how easy it is to get to the how easy it is to get away from the crowds, and how I've made a couple comments about how it's a little bit like a theme park, and I think that's true. But I don't want to discourage you from going to visit places like the Doge's Palace or St. Mark's Cathedral or the Rialto Bridge, because they are stunning, especially St. Mark's. The interior of that church is, they got a lot of churches here, and they got a lot of churches in Italy, but that one is different. It's gorgeous inside, beautifully done, and old church. And it's worth seeing. It's worth. I don't know. I would strategize ahead so you don't have to wait in quite the long line that gets going midday there. But I would definitely go inside and check it out. And I think the Doge's Palace is worth seeing. The Doge's, especially if you take a tour and learn a lot about it. You can see the water station, taxi stations over there. So I'm just going to kind of say that as we walk through here. I'm also going to say, I've been thinking about this a lot, there's three things, and I pretty much only know two of them at a given time. Today I know where I am, although I don't really know where I'm going. and by the end of it, I'm not sure I'll know where I've been. So, Venice is a warren of little pedestrian ways and streets and bridges and canals and all sorts of meanderings, and it's amazing. I love, as soon as you get away from this tourist track, it just quiets right down. You find a little trattoria, you find a little cafe or bar or gelato stand, and a little square, what they call campos here, and it's wonderful. So we're just gonna kind of wander around, I guess. Surprisingly calm for being just this close to the train station.
There's a bridge. The other side, there's a train station.
Thank you.
Bye.
I've seen multiple instances of locals helping out lost tourists today, and I love that. You hear a lot about how jaded and how overwrought Venice is by tourism, and yet the locals are still, for the most part, fairly friendly. That's all right. Now our first gondoliers of the walk.
Ecco. Mi saremo chiamando ora. E tu anche
We watched a show, Our Man in Italy, with James May, and one of the things he said was, if you just follow where other people are going, you'll find your way somewhere. Something to that effect. Mi scusa? Grazie. I think I've been saying mi scusa wrong. It should be scusa me. But doesn't really matter. People know what I mean. Let's go down here. I saw people come this way. A lot of people like to know street names and that sort of thing. They're hard to find and they change from one block to another. I can tell you this is Santa Croce Boutique Hotel. And we got a nice little couple of restaurants, bars. We'll find our way around Campo Nazzario Sauro, S-A-U-R-O. Find these little campos all over the place, little squares. This one has benches. Usually they have a old retired access to a cistern. I actually haven't been over to this place. I've been doing a lot of walking around Venice the last few days. And this is all new to me too. A lot of houses are in very good condition. This one could use some love. Sounds like maybe they're working in there. These flowers up here. I love to look up and see. I keep saying that like it makes me special or something, but I do like seeing the little touches that people have on their homes, apartments, buildings. You don't see a lot of trees in Venice for obvious reasons, but I love finding these campos where the school kids have gotten out and they're playing. They live around and it's open space for them to go out and run around. Have a good time. Campo Santa Giacomo dell'Orio. There's kids playing. Here's the access to the cisterns. See a lot. We'll go down this way. If you're wondering how I'm deciding which way to go, I'm literally just picking the most scenic venue and a vague idea of direction. More little bars and cafes and osterias, trattorias, ristorantes, all over the place. I think Malcolm Gladwell did a podcast last year about something to the effect of the conclusion that I took from it was if you lack expertise or decisive information, then all decisions are the same. And so when you are picking an osteria, you can look for a couple things, price being one. You can look at this little place over here. Does the menu have pictures and English and multiple languages? Is it look clean? But in the end, aside from that sort of thing, you just got to pick one. The food is good, especially when you've been putting in the miles walking around. Plus, you can always just wash it down with gelato at some point. Looks like they had a tower here that maybe they gave up on. Campo Santoboldo. Sometimes you go down to these Vaporetto stations and it's a dead end. So we'll have to co-discover this. broke the rule of going where I saw people. Look at this. This is literally just a little tiny island. Awesome. I'm gonna continue on. Sorry for the pan there. See if we can find our way to another route, another pedestrian way. This private space back here. Yeah, this looks somewhat promising. Let's go this way. One of the many tours we took, well, 2 tours, seems like many. The 2 tours we took, guide was saying that back, 1,000 years ago or older, they had no bridges, and they started to build wooden bridges, but the wooden bridges had to be replaced very often. Didn't last very long. And so finally in the 1200s, 1400s, they started building stone bridges. Please correct my dates. I know they're off. And here we are, look at this. It's like one of those paintings you find out on the main drag. This little dog. One of the things that surprised me as well is, hold on, is the preponderance of gondolas. I knew there were a bunch. There's 300 something gondolas in the city, but they're not just on the Grand Canal or next to the big tourist places. You find them all over in here. And the locals don't really take them, I don't think. It's not like a taxi for them, but the prices are standardized. So it is, during the day, 80 euros for a half-hour tour, and in the evening it's 100 euros for a half-hour tour. So look at this. And then it goes, I'll swing around here. Down here as well, and look at these doors that open up onto the canal. The tide's a little low right now. There was a big to-do about how during the pandemic there were dolphins in the Grand Canal. I'm not sure that was true. Certainly haven't seen any. But it doesn't look horribly polluted or dirty. I think it probably is fairly dirty. I wouldn't drink it. It's brine. But it was interesting to see. I love hearing the conversations in Italian and so many other languages. Love it. Salizzada Santa Ste, S-T-A-E. Passing the Museo di Palazzo Mocenigo. Again, apologies for my pronunciations. Please.
Sicuro?
No. Well, it is absolutely gorgeous out here. Oh, I thought we dead-ended, but we have not. Look at that. All right. To go to a sottopassaggio. I'm saying that wrong. It's something else. Dare I? Yes. Let's try it. Oh, look at this hotel. Just hidden back here. What have we found here? This is the Fondamenta di Ca' Passaro. Buongiorno. Go this way. The gentleman was looking out his window at the canal, the doings of the day. I didn't notice him until I was looking down this lane here. this building. Gentle arc in the side of it. We're on the Ponte del Ravano, Ravano.
segreto secondo te, no?
Ponte Giovanni Andrea della Croce della Malvasia.
O se devo andare al Lido, se devo andare alla Giudecca, se devo andare lontano, prendo la macchina.
Ei Tammegård.
Think how quiet and calm it is. I think we are going to go this way. Sorry about the pan again. This is the fish market. However, they close up shop around 1 o'clock, 12:31, and so all we have is the smell of fish. It was quite lively here earlier. It's a really cool covered, there's a term for this, loggia maybe? Portico? I don't know. Someone in the architecture field, maybe you could chip in the description. In the last walk, if you look at it, on the one that ends up at Santa Lucia, we look at where the traghetto comes out. And that is directly across from here. I'm going to show you. And so that it was right over there. We are on the Grand Canal. Off to the left is a Vaporetto station. Look at the light right now. Gorgeous. It's probably what, 5:15 p.m. local time. And then I'm going to show you the Vaporetto. You get in line here. You pay cash. You also get a gondola service. These gents are taking the bulk gondola eventually. And then it just goes right across. It's literally a 2-minute ride, but it's fun. It's different. And then this is the vegetable market. Again, lively and wild, not wild, but lively and fun earlier. The food tour we took with Devour Tours or Devour was really good. It was awesome. We got to try lots of food, some different wines and spritzers, and our kids went and they had soft drinks and water, and got to try a lot of flavors, learned about the city and the food scene in the city, which is fun. I got chastised a little bit for taking some photos of some peppers by one of the vendors. I don't blame them. They probably get that all day and they just want people to buy their wares. They want to get connected with their clients. Alright, so this over here, oh, a nice little, I think this was here, but the tables, I mean, over here at Almerca, it was our first stop, and they have these little sandwiches they make right there, and wine and spritzers and that sort of thing. So very, very cool. So above here, in these offices above this little campo, are where the judge, or maybe back behind us, the judicial system around. This place looks pretty hoppin' too. And then here's a little church. And you may not know this because you're picturing the bridge, but this is also part of I believe, the Rialto. And we'll see the bridge here in just a second. We have, of course, off to the right, and then off to the left, the famous bridge. We walked across this in an earlier walk, and we were going to walk across it again, although we're not going to give it quite as much detail. So on the other one, we sort of did a figure 8 on the bridge, so if you'd like to see it in more detail, check that one out. So these little doors here used to be prison cells, and the rooms above apparently were where the financial crimes were adjudicated. And if you got caught for thieving or tax evasion or fraud, you got put down in one of those little cells at the bottom. No bunzo. If you are in Venice and you want to see the Rialto in a beautiful light and quiet and not abandoned, but barely anybody people here, definitely come in the morning before the day tours arrive. And a lot of people take the train in. Here's a Grand Canal. Take the train in from Mestre and Padua and other places. Look at the light. Oh my gosh, you guys. So gorgeous. Anywho, they come in, and that's when they arrive later in the day. And so you can have the city and parts of the city all to yourself. Well, not really, but pretty close. If you come early in the morning, you can also, it quiets down, I think I said, maybe that was another one, at about, I don't know, 8 after dinner. So chaotic and lively. Can you imagine? There's 330 or something like that gondolas right now in the city. I think there used to be 30,000, tens of thousands at least, of various sizes. That's how people got around. Can you imagine? Wonderfully beautiful. All right, we're at 38 minutes, so why not end on a high note here? This is the second time I've been here, second time I've seen someone getting their pictures taken down there. I hope you've enjoyed Venice. I might get a walk in this evening, but otherwise this could be our last one from here. We'll be moving on to Montepulciano, a hill town in south of Florence, tomorrow. And I will do a walk down there. Good, everything works out appropriately. Maybe 2. So come on back, tell your friends, and mainly keep on stepping. I hope you get a chance to visit Venice in person someday. It's definitely worth it.